Hello, party people. Hello, it is Randy for Thunder Horse Ascendant. I'm here today with project number 1 from Peach Sorbet Bargain Bead Box. This is the plan. It's super early morning, so I'm still having coffee. This is the plan. Multi-strand necklace. We need leather, it says, and then we are going to use the strawberry quartz, the coriander chain, the rhodonite, and some shell beads. So let's jump down to the mat, get this party started. All right, party peeps, here we go. So this is our design, and these are the beads that we're going to use for it. I've already separated them out. I usually do that during the plan video. So we're just going to get ourselves set up here. So we have some shell beads. Now, we're probably not going to use all the beads, but I like to just assign them to their places. Let's get this together. And we are going to jump into it. I have to look for the leather and what else do I have to look for? Oh, we might need some links of some sort to get all this going on with. So we'll get ourselves set up and then see where we're at. Okay. The rhodonites. And then this coriander chain, I think I said I was going to do 2 swipes of this. I believe. Maybe. Yeah. So we got those. It looks like we are going to need to grab up some of those, are those in here? Some of the bead crimps and the nibs. Where did I put the nibs? Let me look in this bag, see if they're in here. Oh, perhaps I left them upstairs on my desk because I'm not seeing them down here. Let me look one place. The likelihood of me putting them away is slim to none, but I'll look anyway. Well, I didn't find the ones we were looking for, but I did find these, which were in my stash, so we'll use these since they're here. So I have to go running upstairs. Okay, and then they had provided crimp beads, which I also have crimp beads right here. All right, I got my lobster claw. Okay, so this is what we're using for this little guy, and then we're going to need some leather. So I think before I choose the leather, because I said I might do a flat, like a deerskin lace, like, let me show you what I'm talking about, like this kind. Or I might do double up on a round, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to reserve the right to wait till we got this focal piece put together, and then we'll take a look at it. So it kind of depends on, just based on eyeballing it, like how chunky all this is going to be is going to determine how I want to go up here. I do have to find a couple of links for us, or some gold findings for us to hook onto with these multi-strands. So let me do that, and then we will get the party started. Alrighty guys, so I found these links in my stash, and we are going to utilize them for this necklace. However, we gotta get jiggy with it here a little bit. Now I could use these links just as they are, but what I am going to do is I'm going to take my junk cutter and I'm going to cut off this top loop on here so I can hook my leather into this larger loop. So we're going to do that, and then we're just going to file this bad boy down. We can go a little further, I think. Okay. So I'm just filing off that solder piece. Now, this is going to be covered by, if you can see, come on camera. This is going to be covered by leather, but if it bothered you, you could hit it with a gold metallic pin, or perhaps a patina paint if it made you feel like that's what you need to do. So now we have this. I'm going to do the other side. And if you're scared of this, a good thing to do is just get right up where you want to cut, give a little bit of pressure, and then start to kind of twist off. You don't have to Hercules it across the rim or anything. I do, but you know, do as I say. Not as I do, I guess. Okay. So there we go. And now those are ready. Okay. So because of that, I think I am going to go with the round leather to do a lark's head knot on there for the upper part. I don't believe I have that out just yet, but we'll deal with that as we go along. Now, I have decided to do 4 strands on this necklace, 2 of which are going to be on this chain. These links only have technically 3 loops, but that's fine because I think I'll just attach the chains to this middle one. So they're the smallest. So I think I'll attach those there, and then we'll go from there. So I am going to start at the bottom though, because I don't, you know, like to measure things. So the bottom one is going to be the heaviest, the strawberry quartz. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that one, and then we're going to work our way up. So let's do that. For stringing, I'm using garnet color from Softlex in medium. Oh, my camera today is being a problem. This is that garnet color. We actually just got this. And I'm just going to do a little snippet here. And get these guys ready. Okay. Uh-oh. String in there. Alright, so for these ones, I am going to use the, I'll tell you how long this is, I guess. I'm going to use the size 2 crimp tubes. So this one is 14 inches. That's giving me a little bit extra for crimping and such. It probably won't be that long. So I'm going to put this on here. Now, you can crimp right on to here if you'd like. It's up to you. I think I will. So I'm going into the last one here. I'm going to give myself a little extra over here because I want to make kind of a larger loop with this. So that it's able to move around. Probably not that much, but you know, a little bit extra so it can move. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and crimp this. Make sure it's not twisted. It spun on me. There we go. Oh. Auntie's Beads is texting me. I thought I put you on silent. Hi, Bixby. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Do Not Disturb is now on.
Thank you. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're just going to start stringing away. If you wanted to, do a little variation inside of these chips, you could. Like if you wanted to do maybe a little shell bead or some metal spacers or something, that's totally up to you. I'm just going to put all the chips. I really like these strawberry quartz. I love quartz. If you're new here, I'm a quartz girl. Very, very basic, as they say. That's fine. I'm cool with it. Okay. String it. Some of the holes on here are not like right in the middle, or they're at an angle. That's the way they're supposed to be. That's what's going to give you the organic looking shape when you string them. And I am a big fan of organic shapes in my beadwork. Really kind of like primitive and rustic looking. That's just kind of more my style. If it's not your style and you prefer like a polished round bead, that is, you know, you might use a different bead here, like maybe the rhodonites, but we got them. I'm not mad at it. Alright, so now with these chips, I am going to hold it up and get gravity involved, because if you don't, there's a possibility, you know, you could have some gapping just because of the way of the chips, right? So you want to do that. Then I'm going to attach onto the other side here. Again, onto the outside loop, just like on the other one. And I want to kind of maneuver this down a little bit because I want to give about the same space as I did on the other side. Now it is down. I'm going to pull it up just a smidge with my plier. If I can. There we go. And give it a grip. Okay. There is our first strand. So we're on it. So next strand is going to be the two that are inside of here. So I'll give you a actual length on the strand. The strand, not including the finding, just where the beads are, is 8 inches. Okay. So now with this guy, I want to put one of these I'm going to do 2 of them. So, let's see. I think I'll do 6 inches, because this one's 8. So I think I'll do 6 inches and 4 inches with this. So I'm going to go ahead and include this little finding on the bottom. Actually, no, I'm not. So 6 inches of chain, and then 4 inches of chain. Ish, you know, ish. We do have a little extra piece. Now I did this one during the I'm zooming in here. I did this one when we started looking at the box. So I'll just do the other side so you can see how I'm doing this. So you're going to take one of these little nibs and you're going to put it on the end of your chain first through the bottom. There's a little hole here. Okay. And then you're going to get yourself a crimp bead. That one is a little shapen. Oh, come here, you. And then, oh, I'm gonna put this one on the chain, the crimp bead. Now you are gonna have to trim this, so you don't want to go way down because you're gonna be wasting the chain. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab a hold of the bead and you're going to flat crimp it, which just means squish it. Just squish it flat, like so. Hit it a couple of times if you have to. Then you're going to bring this guy up here, and you're going to check to see that it's in place, which it is. You're going to trim off this little nub here at the right at the top. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? Okay, so we're just going to trim him just enough to where you can get the clamshell shut without seeing anything. I want to just get him in there. And then we're just going to go ahead and close this. Just squish it down. Okay. You don't really have to do too much with this with the plier or anything. You can if you want to. You just don't want to squish it flat. Okay, so I was really crimping along, going with my video. I realized I forgot to put my beads on here. So, this one here, we are going to put beads on it. And we're going to put on a few of these little shell beads. Okay, so I'm going to get some more of the crimp beads, and the first thing I'm going to do is, I have one side completed. I'm going to put on the crimp bead. These little tiny crimp beads. Get on there, you. Now, the reason I'm putting my crimp bead first is because I don't necessarily want a bead right here. So I'm going to move it down, and I'm just going to crimp the bead flat wherever I want the bead to sit. Then I'm going to put on the bead. And you can see here that because I have that on there, it's going to keep it in place, right? And that's what we want. So, and then I go with another crimp bead. Put him on there. Come in with the plier. And flat crimp him. So now we have a bead that's not going to move around. Okay. So we're going to go again. And I'm not really, I don't know how many beads I'm planning to put on here. I think I'll just go 1 finger length. That'll make it easy for measuring. Okay. Crimp him. Gotta make sure this doesn't move. Mine wasn't moving, but I was just checking it. Put your bead on. Another crimp bead. And crimp him in place. And we're on it. So now we'll do another. Oh, get some more crimp beads. There we go. So I'm going to do another finger length. And do the top. And I think this will probably be my last one. So I moved that one up a little ways because I knew that I was going to need to. Okay. Okay, so that's what we got. So now I gotta finish the end. So this is where I messed up in the beginning because I just finished it off like this. And obviously if you do that, you're not gonna be able to put beads on it, right? Hello, Randy. I better have a sip of coffee. And now we finish it by putting this bead on there. No, this nib on there. And then the bead. I Hercules it. Don't do that. Okay, so that one I put up way towards the end so I didn't have to trim it. And there we are. So now this one will be part of the shorties. And he will need some jump rings. And then I was gonna put beads on this one, but I guess since I didn't put beads on here, I could trim it off. So for the rhodonites, I want to put 3. And I think I'll move those down a little bit. And so there I'm putting 3 beads. So you can do a variation of beads. You can space them out however you want. You know, whatever you feel the need to do. It's up to you. You could put free-flowing beads in there, in between. You know, it's up to you. Oh no. It slid up. Maybe I can push it down. I doubt it, but we're gonna try it. Oh yeah, I was able to slide it. All right, now we put on the nib. And a little cream bead. Okay, that one goes in the middle. This guy's gonna go on the top. I was gonna put both chains in the middle, but I made this other one 4 inches, and I'm thinking that might be a little bit short. I'm gonna put this because I want to still do a strand of these on string. So I think I'll put this guy in the middle. Let me put some jump rings on him. Okay, so I'm going to use a 6mm oval. And to do this, to attach him, I'm just going to put in to the loop there in the little nib. And I'm going to put him in the middle loop. Close him up. Make sure he's not twisted. I'm going to go over here, do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to hold him up, get gravity involved. Looks like that he's going to be hanging pretty good there. Before I attach on this little guy, I am going to do, sorry, I get myself straightened out here. I'm all over the place. I am going to do the strung beads first because I'm not 100% on do I want to attach them in the middle or here, you know? So I'm gonna take a look at that. So I'm going to cut another piece of string here. We're not going to need much. We've got 8, 6, 4 with a little bit of trimming. So I think let's do a 5.5 for crimping. 5.5. Hopefully it'll be a 4 3/4 when we're done, or a 5. Okay, and then that guy is probably going to sit in here. So I'm thinking I am going to have to put him in the top along with this guy. I'm not sure. Since I am not sure what I want to do, I am going to attach him to some jump rings just in case I don't like it, so I can move it around. So in order to do that, you're going to take a crimp tube. You're going to take a jump ring, and you're just going to connect onto the jump ring instead of onto the finding. So I'm going to do that. And then at least that way, if I have to move him around, I can. And it won't be a big deal. You know? Nobody's gonna, unless I told you guys that, nobody's gonna notice that. But me. Especially to a person who just, you know, is not a jewelry maker, just wants jewelry. They're not gonna notice it. One little jump ring here. I mean, I guess if they do, then, you know, what ifs, but I doubt it. Okay, so now this is just going to be all the rhodonite. I was debating about maybe putting a shell, but I don't know if I want to put a shell. If I do put a shell, I'll probably only put one as like a, just a spirit bead, but we'll see how I feel about it. Would you get in there, please? Thank you. If I did, I'd probably put it like right here. Oop. I mean, it's kind of cute. Just the one little shell. I'm gonna keep it. I might have to back up here because I'm going to have jump rings. Okay, so now I'm going to crimp it onto the jump ring. Kids are driving by with their bass on, shaking my windows. That used to be me. Okay. Crimp looks good. So here we are. And I think I will add the jump rings. I'm going to try the middle. Keeping it above the chain one that we already have on there. Gravity. Oh yeah, it's good. Okay, now we can put this little guy on. This is a round jump ring. I do not want round. I would like an oval, please. Okay, little one. I'm going to put him in here. I'm going to try the 6. I might need to use an 8 based on the thickness here. No, 6 should be fine. The battery's gonna die. It's blinking at me. Never fails. Okay. Oh yeah. I gotta switch batteries, apparently. But here we are, down here. This is cute. I like it. So I could fix this guy. He's a little bit long. You can see he's not hanging in the middle quite right. I could fix him by just cutting and putting a new nub, and then that would bring it straight to the middle, which I might have to do because it, I mean, might be slightly bothersome to me. So I might do that. My battery's gonna die and I have to switch one, so I might just fix that. And I do have this extra piece of chain, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could just put another one in there for funsies. We shall see. Okay, I'm gonna switch my battery out. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna grab the leather. I'm gonna grab probably 1.5 millimeter leather for the top here so we can get moving on that. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here we are down on the mat. So this is what I did end up fixing this one a little bit, making it a little more shorter. And then I put this this extra one here because there was kind of a blank space and I had some chain. And I put it on, and after I had it on, then I crimped it to make sure it was in the center. So it's just got 3 little beads on it. So there we go. So we actually end up with 5, but it's fine. Now, I went upstairs to look for some leather, and I actually came across this guy. I haven't even opened yet. It's a 2 millimeter though. I was looking for 1.5, but this one is kind of like these are from Taylor's Falls. They're $24.99 for the roll if anybody is interested in that. But this has it's like a multicolor, and I thought, oh, that could be cute. It's got a little red in it. So I'm going to go with this for the top. And I believe I'm going to also do an adjuster. So this is just a large hole metal bead. And I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna get half a wingspan of leather here. I probably won't need that much actually, but better safe than sorry. I'm going to get the same amount for the other side. And we're going to finish this bad boy up. So, this is my half a wingspan, I guess, is 31 inches. Okay, of the 2 millimeter leather. So I'm going to marry up the ends here, and I am going to do just a lark's head knot through this larger loop right here, coming in from the back, and lied. I lied. I want to do it the other way. I want to go in from the front and then put the tails through. Just maneuvering this down. That's cute. I probably could do a bead on here. Let me see. Do I like that? I think I do. I think I do like it. I'm just going to tie an overhand knot right here. You wouldn't have to tie an overhand knot, but I'm just, for funsies, going to do it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, then to the other side we do the same thing. I gotta get another bead. So these large hole beads, these were just beads I had rolling around in my stash. They're metal. Okay, marry up the end. Gonna go through the front here. Uh-oh, Winter's crying. Sometimes she gets mad when she has to be upstairs because I'm downstairs recording today. And she says, "But Mama, you just left me here by myself." Sad kitten. Okay. Just working that in there. And then put the bead on top. And tie an overhand knot. Just gotta. So with this knot, I'm just kind of letting it lay flat and it's kind of loose, and then I'm kind of pulling it down. And that's why it kind of looks like it's supposed to be kind of fun, right? So there we go. And now, this is what we have. Zoom me out. Whoa, it's always the wrong way. There we go. So this is what we got, and then I'm going to attempt to use this one as the slider. So I'm just going to bring all of these together up here. I'm going to see if it's going to work. There's 3 in there. Okay, so this one will work. It is a little bit bigger than I would like, but it should be fine. So a couple of options down here. What you can do is you could tie individual knots, or you could tie 2, you could tie all of it together, which might be a little bulky. So I'm going to tie 2 together at the end. And I'm going to leave these knots kind of loose like that. So they're laying kind of like the ones on the necklace. And then same thing over here. Okay. This is what they look like, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut these at an angle. Ooh. Okay, and then we are going to hit those with a little bit of glue, just with your Loctite glue. I'm just going to put it in the back here. Uh-oh, that one is empty. A new one. Glue budget. Okay. Okay, those are drying up. While those are drying up, I'll get the necklace form ready. There is what she looks like on the mat. I don't want these to touch the mat because they'll stick to it. So I'm going to give that a little hot minute to dry. I'm going to switch over to the other camera so we can see the whole thing on the form. But here is our finished product versus the plan. So I think it turned out pretty well. I think it turned out almost, there was a few adaptations that we had to make just because of the space. You wouldn't have to make those. You could make it with 4, you could make it with 3. You could do whatever you want. But yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I like all the kind of like more gold and, you know, kind of more formal type down here and then rustic with the leather. I think that looks pretty. So let me show it to you on the form. Okay guys, I was just gonna turn the camera on and it popped out of the tripod and sent shell beads flying everywhere. But you know, here we are. Okay, so let's get this bad boy on there. And then we have adjustable adjustableness. Is he laying right? Oh, this one's not laying right. There we go. Yeah. Yeah! I think it's cute. There we go. So this would be on a shorter setting. We still have about probably 5 inches of length to go if you wanted to do, you know, you could go all the way even further than this is as long as it goes. Right? So lengthwise, I'll get you a measurement here. Lengthwise, we have to the first one about 22 inches to the first strand here. So I would consider that to be, you know, 22 inches, and then going, you know, making it as short as you would like for adjustments when you're wearing it. Yeah, I think that's great. So there we go. I hope that you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please make sure to like, make a comment, subscribe. Let me know that you like this kind of content. This is our project 1 for Peach Sorbet Bargain Bead Box August. We have only 4 projects this time, but they were all multi-strand projects. So we're just doing a little something different with our box today. So there you go. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.